What do you say, everybody? And Roll Tide. Great to see Shank. Great to see you guys as well. We're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. We're going to talk some Bama football on the show today. Now that we've crowned a national champion, I want to get Shank's take on that, the transfer portal, and this quarterback race that Alabama's going to have. It's going to be really interesting. You're talking about a superstar talent and a guy that's put in his time. All of that on the show. So let's get this thing started. But great to see you guys, too. Just want to say that.
Absolutely.
All right, there he is. Alphonse Taylor, you know him as Shank. I'm Mick. Good to see you, Shank. You look great. I know you're enjoying this cold weather.
Absolutely, man. You know, I'm a big grizzly bear, so I love when it gets cold. I can walk around and feel normal and not sweating from all the creases and crevices, man. So I'm happy for the little cold weather. How you
The
how
cold
you
snap.
how you feeling about it, Mick?
I hate it. Hate it. Hate every minute. This is the time of year where I'm in, I live down here in LA and lower Alabama where I'm like, man, I need to live in like lower Florida, put me in the Keys, somewhere really south, right? Where when it gets like 60, I'm like, man, it's really cold out here.
Nah, not in Mobile, man. Down here in this area, dog. It could be, what I'm saying, it could be 30 degrees today and it could be 80 tomorrow. You never
Yeah.
know. That's just the way things go down here. But I love it, man. It's no better
Yeah.
place.
Well, let's talk about the college football season. It's complete now. Kurt Cignetti. I talked to Mike Johnson. He was a coach at Alabama with Mike, and Mike was talking about, what Cignetti was able to do in the transfer portal and coaching guys up and developing and scouting and all of that stuff. And what can Alabama take from that? I mean, is there anything they can glean from watching what he did?
Yeah, man. Go get a bunch of old ass guys to play football for you. That's what we can do. I mean, and I'm not saying that that's the reason they won because obviously he's a great coach, man. And to do that in 2 years and go 16-0, I mean, it doesn't matter who you have on the team. At the end of the day, to go 16-0, that's a coaching job, Mick. That's an incredible head coach. That's an incredible staff. That are guys that showed up for every game and treated each game like it was his own championship game. And that's the way you come out 16-0, especially in today's age. I think it's more impressive overall because NIL has kind of leveled the playing field, right? And so to go to Indiana, who's nobody's looking for, nobody is, putting caution to the wind when it comes to Indiana. And you go out and you execute your process, you build your standard in that program in 2 years, and you're able to come out on top, man. I think that is an amazing coaching job, and he absolutely needs his flowers. But at the end of the day, he has some older guys on that team, some guys who played a lot of football, so the IQ was on par. And they were able to execute the mission, the goal that everybody out here is trying to do, and that's to win it all, Mick. And like I said, on top of that, to go 16-0, we can go back to preseason. We got sound bites from Sarkisian saying we don't think we'll ever see anybody go 16-0 in this day and age, right? And he comes and pulls that. It's a total respect job from my point of view, Mick, because you know they lined up against everybody. We talked about strength of schedule, this, that, and the third. Well, everybody they had to line up against Mick, they came out on top. And what more can you ask from that program, from that coaching staff, right? And so us as Bama, I think we should hit the portal for some older guys, man. If we want to win right now, I think Kurt he laid out the game plan for how NIL is played right now. And the days are gone where you're bringing in young guys and you're trying to develop talent, right? Nobody respects that anymore. Only thing people respect is winning, right? And so I think we need to hit the portal and try to get some of these older guys, especially up front. Um, we're expected to be young up front going into this season, and so I think that's maybe an area that we need to attack. We got Michael Carroll. He's a really good right tackle who could probably be moved to left and be really good
Right.
there as well. which is something I'd like to see because I absolutely love the way the kid plays football. And so if we can get four more guys up front with that type of mentality, that type of want to on every play, I think we'll be really good up front. And I think it starts in the portal. We got to start winning some of these portal battles, Mick. There's been some really good offensive linemen going to the portal, and we haven't hit on many, but I think we have a chance if we go after some of those older guys who are trying to win right now. We're trying to build a team that can win right now.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I'm with you, man. I mean that you got to win the portal battles, or you have to target, like Indiana did exactly what you want. I'm going to say Vanderbilt too, but before I get
Yeah.
there, let me remind you guys, AveD, Mick Nation, use that promo code. Go there, comment, be a part of it. It's all free. Give them swag away like this hat. You got one of these, Shank. Pretty cool hats, or the one I'm wearing on my head, but. That's our Web3 home. I want you guys to be a part of it, and can't say thank you enough as Avenue D sent us Beach Ratty gear. And I said to them, I said, you got to have the 4X gear for Shank. And they laughed, and we're not there yet. But when we get there, we'll send Shank a box. They sent Coker and I a box. And I want to tell you not to make you jealous, Shank, but this is that Peruvian Pima cottons, very soft, even in cold weather. I can put this on right here if I need to go outside. So this is the hoodie. Anyway, they have it's really great golf stuff. Bama Tailgate 30, if you guys want to check it out for yourself. Coker endorses it. He's going to do his Coker signature line. We need to do
man.
line for the
I
big
was
guys.
finna say, yeah, I'm gonna have to get with them, man. We're gonna have to do like a big and tall rollout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some 3 and 4X's. The fat boys got to get some love. I mean, God,
Come on, man.
Coker couldn't block for himself, man. Come on now. Come on
You're
now.
exactly right. You were talking about the transfer portal. Let's talk about the quarterback position, because I think that in this day and age in football, it starts with the quarterback. You know that. It's a lot like the NFL now. You got Austin Mack and you got Keelan Russell. They're two really, really talented guys that are going to be battling it out for this job. How do you see this thing playing out by the time the season starts?
Man, so if we had to go and play right now today, Mick, I think Austin Mack would be our starter. Just off the simple fact that he knows the system. He knows what DeBoer want. He knows what DeBoer wants. He knows what they're looking for in their system, and he's been in it for a while now. But on the flip hand, let's fast forward to camp time. I'd absolutely imagine that there's going to be a heated battle between him and Keelan Russell, just off the fact that Russell has the raw talent. He can make all the throws that you need to make. And on top of that, he's a pretty mobile quarterback as well. So we're in a great position here, Mick. I say that, but at the same time, if we start Austin Mack, do we keep Keelan Russell? And that's the issue. I think that's one of the biggest jobs this coaching staff is going to have to do is figure out a way to keep both these quarterbacks right, because we know how good Keelan's going to be, and in the world of NIL, he's not going to sit too much longer with the price tags that are being thrown out there, especially with guys that need quarterbacks right now. Um, and I think what works in our favor is that just some of your bigger programs have quarterbacks and they've already figured that out, right? And so that kind of takes some of the pressure off of us. But I think going into next year, man, I think Keelan will find a way to become our starter. Just off the fact that when it came to Ty Simpson, Ty had sat. Ty sat behind some really great guys. He waited for his opportunity. And when he was given a chance, he made the best of it, right? He was one of the better guys on field every time we went out to play. And when we didn't get that type of play from Ty, we necessarily weren't that great. All right. But that's as a whole. I mean, offensive line can be blamed a lot as well in that. And so, me personally, I think going into the season, we're probably going to see Austin Mack starting because, like I said, mate, we're really young. Up front, we're not sure what we're going to see just yet, right? All we know is we have Michael Carroll. The other four guys are kind of up in the air. I've heard Clint talk about it some. He has some guys in question that could potentially fill in spots, right? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I would be opposed to putting Keelan Russell behind the offensive line that can't protect him, especially if he's still in the learning process of this system. Just because I think it'll hurt him more than it'll help him at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I look at it as if when NFL teams draft quarterbacks, but they have a horrible offensive line, and people wonder why that quarterback struggles, right? Well, I think Mack has been in the system long enough. He's been around the board long enough to understand, the ins and outs and his hot routes and everything that comes with it. And so he has a better opportunity of driving us to success. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough call to make, Mick, because Keelan Russell is absolutely talented. He
Yeah.
is he is the highest rated signed player in Alabama history. And you know what I'm saying? So that'll be hard to keep on the sidelines. You can go to Alabama's football page and they got all the damn signees from over the years, and Keelan Russell is even over Bryce Young, right? And so at some point we have to see him on the field, but we got to figure out the offensive line play first because I'd hate to put him out there to fight for his life without a fair shot.
Yeah, right, right. I mean, and I think that's what it comes down to in a situation like this. Is a player going to be able to go out there and give themselves a chance? When do you look at it and go, well, we got two guys coming back. It's probably not going to be a year. I mean, we're going to lose games. It's just
Yeah.
all there is to it. It just this doesn't feel like a championship roster right now.
Yeah,
It just doesn't. I mean, and so you want to develop towards one.
right. But I mean, in this day and age, who's being patient for development, Mick?
Oh, I know, dude.
You know what I'm saying? NIL has completely changed the infrastructure of the game. And not just on the field, but off-season stuff too, man. It's just like coaches aren't looking like you don't have 2, 3 years to develop linemen anymore. And we need you to be good right now. We need you to be able to play right now. Um, and honestly, Mick, I think offensive line play has lacked development at Bama for a while now.
Mhm.
We've struggled over the past few years. We haven't gotten any better. I mean, we've had guys win individual awards, like you've seen Proctor, right? But as an offensive line unit, we haven't looked really good, Mick. And so I think we need to start there before we get into a quarterback battle, right? Because yeah, we can go out and throw the ball 60 times a game, but if we giving up damn 5 sacks a game and 10 pressures a game, then what does it matter? We're not going to do it effectively, right? And so I think we need to start up front and figure out the offensive line play first before we worry about who we putting back there at quarterback.
Right, right, right. And I coming from a guy that played on the offensive line. I mean, you are exactly right. I mean, it's the same thing with the run game. Like they have to address the run game, but that starts with your offensive line. But not being
Absolutely.
able to run the football is, to me, just as important or maybe more important than the quarterback position. I mean, I watched Indiana run all over us and everybody else, and that's why they won the national championship. Nothing's more effective in football than you just stack your guys up. I'm going to stack my guys up. Here we go, and we're going to pick up yards on you, or we're not going to let you
Absolutely.
pick up yards.
Absolutely. You can go back on, man, think about that national championship game Monday, Mick. Just how physical it was from both sides, right? When Indiana needed big plays, they weren't afraid to run the ball. And then what was it, 3rd and 5 or what, 3rd and goal, 4th and goal, and we go damn QB draw against a 4-man rush to seal the game. That's only possible because they had big hogs up front that were able to hold on to their guys and give him lanes to run through. And so we got an impressive running back room coming back this year, Mick. We got some young guys coming in that are going to be really good. But the same as quarterback play, none of that really matters unless we figure things out up front first, right? And that's the biggest thing. I mean, as an O-line guy, no, people may get tired of me harping on it, but that's just the fact, Mick. It's just like in this day and age, you aren't going to be good in college football unless you have an O-line up front. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look at Miami, you look at Indiana. They didn't make it to the national championship by mistake. They were physical up front on both sides of the ball, and we got a great game because of that Monday. And inevitably, Indiana comes out on top. Why? Because they stuck to their recipe the entire season.
Mm-hmm.
They ran the ball when they needed to run it. They were able to execute pass plays when they just absolutely needed them. I mean, I didn't see anybody this year defend the damn back shoulder throw from Mendoza yet. And,
Yeah,
you know what
God,
I'm
he
saying?
killed
It's
him on
just
that last night.
he was killing them on the back shoulder, man. And it's just and he's able to do that because they can effectively run the ball, right? And so those corners are sitting off because they don't want to get beat deep. Um, through the play action because you gotta respect the run. And so the play action is coming at some point, but it's all back shoulders. That's nothing you can do about that. And on top of that, he had time to throw the ball. I mean, don't get me wrong, Miami has probably one of the best defensive lines in the country. They're gonna get pressure. That's what they do. And but that's within margin of error. You got to expect that, right? But for the most part, Indiana offensive line showed up. They gave them time to throw. And when it was time to put the ball on the ground, the running backs were able to run physical and aggressively downhill because they were putting bodies on bodies and controlling the line of scrimmage, man. And until we can do that at Alabama again, I think we're going to struggle. And that's just where we are as a team.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder if the mentality that Kalen DeBoer and Ryan Grubb have on the offensive side of the football lends itself to Alabama eventually being able to run the ball effectively enough to win a game like that, to win against a physical team like Miami, to be able to beat a team like Indiana, the team that they had this year, Ohio State, these teams from up north that are now with NIL and the transfer portal, kind of really physical, tough teams to play.
Absolutely, man. I mean, NIL has brought a lot of Southern kids to these up north teams. I know y'all seen Save and say something about that, but that's just the
Right.
truth, man. I was taken aback by something. Indiana had a kid on their team from Miami. What the hell is a kid from Miami,
Yeah, their
Florida doing all the
quarterback.
way in Indiana?
Yeah.
It's just yeah, NIL is doing that, man. It's giving guys opportunities where they otherwise wouldn't have had them, right? And I think guys are scouting better now and recruiting better now than they ever have because you absolutely have to, right? There can't be any stone unturned. Like quarterbacks are coming from all over the place now. You look at Ole Miss, you look at Vanderbilt, and then you look at Indiana, right? Um, I mean, Miami got Carson Beck from Georgia, and he still wasn't able to get the job done. And so, NIL is beautiful now, Mick. I hated it at first, but I mean, it's leveled the playing field and it's taking college football into a totally unseen era, like anything before. And I mean, Indiana is the blueprint for it. They're what it looks like when you do NIL and you recruit and you do things the right way.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's talk about the crispy screen.
In some places, football is a sport. In Alabama, it's a fine art. New Life Art is now accepting pre-orders for Daniel A. Moore's next Crimson Classic, the Crispy Screen, guys. What a name to commemorate the Fat Boys. This masterwork commemorates the screen pass to Caden Proctor that outsmarted Kirby and the Georgia defense. Proctor's catch and bulldog dozing run set up Ty Simpson's 3-yard touchdown just before the half, which was a big score for us, guys. Visit DanielMooreArt.com to see the artist's preliminary sketch and take advantage of a special pre-publication pricing for the crispy screen. Go ahead, get into that. Go get you one of those Caden Proctor prints. I'm super excited to get mine in because he's living a dream of all the fat boys. And go look up that crispy screen and get you one, guys.
All right, there it is, the crispy screen. Great job, Shank, selling the crispy screen. Shank, I know you weren't. I want to bring this up because, again, I got to promote my guy here, JK, for making this for me, my Grateful Dead logo. Every time I see this, I think about you talking about those low dunks. And when I'm rich, I'm buying a pair of the low dunks. Okay, they're probably going to cost me $3,000 to $5,000. The Grateful Dead Nike collaboration from 2020. You can't get them anywhere unless you get the fake ones. I want the real ones. But this is a Steely, right? A Grateful Dead logo. We lost the lead singer of the band died this week. Shank, did you know that?
No, I did not.
Now I can't take you to the concert. I was going to take you out there. Unlike Coker, you were going to go.
Oh, absolutely.
We were going to have a good time. And then Bob Weir passed away. So anyway, you guys, some of you guys have reached out. His number's at the bottom of the screen. Brown Shed Glass Studio does a fantastic job. I got the Alabama logo in the house. That's hanging on the studio. But he can do anything with glass. So custom stuff. He's got, other things that you guys can get too. That's already made, like the Moonwinks logo, the old Moonwinks in Alberta City. Like you ever go by there? Nobody's ever stayed there, but we know that logo, famous. Maybe somebody stayed there. All right, Shank, man, I feel like we need to give the people something positive to think about with Alabama football. I think that having Russell at quarterback's exciting. The guy knows how to win. I don't think Alabama's finished. I think they're going to really have to hit the spring portal very hard to fill in the gaps of the stuff that they lost.
No, absolutely, man. And I think that we will do that. We've had some success in the portal, and I think they'll attack it and they understand our needs right now, man. And I mean, obviously, the lack of offensive linemen is glaring, right? Especially when we're talking about experience in a really tough conference. So I think we'll hit the portal hard then. But we're still right there, man. We still have a chance to go and compete and be a playoff team. Um, we're gonna have a really good quarterback battle between two really good candidates, right? So whoever ends up being a quarterback, I think will be fine. And we have some really good running backs coming in that's going to help with the run game, right? Um, and I think we're in a better position than people think we are. You know what I'm saying? We lost to the national champions in the Rose Bowl. And anybody that watched football at all during this playoff time will tell you that Indiana was the best damn college football team in the world this year. And so for our season to end against them, it's not all bad. Even though I'm not one for moral victories, right? Our goal is to win, and that's always the standard. But we left off in a really good spot, and I think we have some stuff that we can build on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen our offense when we're clicking on all cylinders. If we can find a way to stay healthy for the long run, I still think we're one of the best football teams in college, Mick, and I think we'll be good moving forward into this year.
All right, Kalshi.com, promo code Bama Tailgate, $10 when you sign up with Kalshi using our code and spend $100. All right, the last thing I want to ask you about, did you watch any of the NFL games?
Yes.
It's pretty good football, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Josh Allen's a choke artist.
Did you? But see, I kind of felt like some of that officiating was pretty sus to me, man. And those two pass interferences.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, we could always blame officiating, but no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Y'all were the most talked about three quarterbacks in the NFL, and you don't go make it happen. You lose to Bo Nix, who broke his damn ankle to find a way to win the game. And not everybody's got poor knees for the guy. I don't. And, you know what I'm saying? This was possibly the easiest route to a Super Bowl that you could have gotten in recent years in the NFL, and you didn't make it happen. On top of that, they fired a damn coach like you didn't turn the ball over 4 times. And so I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. He deserves all the slander that he's getting because he has to be better. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not moving the goalpost for nobody. Lamar Jackson didn't get it done this year. Pat Mahomes was hurt. All right. And so who'd that leave us with, Mick? Josh Allen.
I know. And everybody, I thought this was Josh Allen's year.
It was supposed to be, Mick. It was supposed to be. So they can save all the theatrical tears and all that. If you cared that much to cry, you should have played better. Simple as that.
So who wins the Super Bowl?
Oh man, I think I'm putting my money on the Seahawks, Mick.
You're with everybody else. 40% of the money right now on the
Sir.
Seahawks.
Yes,
whoa.
sir.
Wow. Look at all that money. 129.
Yeah, because let's be honest, man. I mean, the Rams made a magnificent interception to find a way to win that game. As bad as Matt Stafford played, they had no business winning.
$129 million on it.
And I don't think that Seattle defense is gonna let them get away with a comeback like that, man. Man, I think Sam Darnold, he's one of the best game managers around, and he's not gonna do anything to ruin the game for him, right? So I like Seattle to take it off.
Yeah, our buddy LT from the next round's flying out there. He was telling me for the game in Seattle. He's a Rams fan. That'd be fun. I was like, man, it seems like an awful long way to go, especially if you lose, right?
Right.
What's the furthest you've ever gone to as a fan to watch a game?
Oh, far, not far. Yeah, not far. I'm one of those guys, Mick, that I usually like to watch games, you know what I'm saying, at the house, got a big 70-inch, cook up a lot of good game day food,
Yeah.
and might have some people over. I might just relax with the girls and watch the game.
Yeah,
I
there you
mean,
go.
yeah, what the furthest I've ever went is probably Atlanta for a game, Mick. It's just I don't really travel too far for games, man. My
We need to
playing
go see.
days are over.
Yeah, we need to go see Derrick Henry one time play a
Oh
game.
man, that'll
It'd be
be
fun.
crazy. That would be
Atlanta,
fun. Yeah.
New Orleans. They play New Orleans. Well, Shank, always great to see you. Always great to see you guys as well. Don't forget that we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort, Philadelphia, Mississippi. And here's our friend Jay Coker to tell you all about it. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So, Jake, let's break down some game tape.
Hold on, fellas. Steve,
Hey, Jake, you ready to rock?
let's roll, brother.
Guess we're calling plays at Pearl River Resort. Wow, Jake's first throw scores. And Steve's got the crowd pumped. Man, they're absolutely rolling.
'Cause I don't have to be me till Monday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I ain't gonna face reality.
I tell you, Jake still got game. While Steve keeps rocking aces. Boom, Jake seals it with a pick.
Come call your own plays.
At Pearl River Resort, let's roll.
I don't have to be me till Monday.
We're presented by Bod Coach, and you can tell I'm slimming up over here, and it's because of Bod Coach. This is absolutely amazing. It's your personal trainer that is with you 24/7. So when I go to hotels or when I'm on the road, I type in, "Hey, look, I got equipment. This is what I have," and it'll make a workout specifically for me, what I want, what exercises I want. When I'm at home or I'm at a hotel and there's no way I can get to the gym, it'll say, "Hey, this is what I want to work on today," and it sends you personalized workout plans. It's really awesome. And they contacted me a few weeks ago to be a spokesman. I said, "Well, I want to try this." Bod Coach is fantastic. Like, I use it all the time. I mean, and if I'm telling you, man, like, it makes working out when you are on the go like me so much better. Just because I don't always know I didn't play football at Alabama. I didn't have Scott Cochran yelling, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and telling me what workouts to do. So anyway, I'm going to put in the body on the YouTube all about Bod Coach. Get you guys signed up there, but tell them you heard it on Bama Tailgate.